This is truly a glorious day. It is a rare occasion when so many people, coaches and students, parents, but most of all friends, can come together for the finest debate competition in America. This Tournament of Champions represents so much more than just great competition. It's the creation of what J.W. Patterson has done for all of us, and that is a tournament which epitomizes friends coming together, some for the last time this year, for some of you seniors, maybe the last time that you'll see each other at all. Yeah, all of this is in the name of high school debate, but hopefully most of all, that in the honor of friendship. And so it is that this tournament, the Tournament of Champions, should represent not just the end of the high school career for some of you seniors, but the beginning. And this beginning is the award, which I am so pleased to represent today. I am truly humbled to be selected to be the first presenter of this award, the Julia Burke Award. I think the uniqueness of the Tournament of Champions and why this wonderful scholarship belongs at this particular presentation was probably best described by Eric Zampol. When he was talking to me recently, he explained, and I'll try to quote him as best I can, "It is most fitting that this scholar should be awarded at the Tournament of Champions because outside of her family, debate was the passion in Julia's life. It is this unique combination of great ideas, great people, and great competition that drove Julia to debate." I had the pleasure of working with Julia. I had a chance to judge her in her sophomore year, but it really wasn't until I had the chance to work with her for 4 weeks at the Zareski Scholar Program in Chicago, summer before last, that I really came to know and appreciate her. She was unique, she was energetic, hysterically funny, and most of all, she was an extremely caring person. It's really difficult to sort of convey just in one example one particular experience that I had with Julia and many of the Z scholars that summer, but if you'll pardon me for one self-indulgent moment, I'd like to explain that. It was that not only did I get to teach in the Institute, but I also got to chaperone the sorority house where we all lived. In fact, I was the sorority mom that summer. Far too often, I lived down on the first floor, but far too often the noise would get rather loud from up above, and then it was my job to drag my fat body up the steps to try to break up the sort of madness that was going on up there. Well, it didn't take long for most of the scholars that summer to realize what a gold mine that they had in Julia Burke. For it was that after the first few times I could hear Becky screaming or Shalman hollering, usually the phrase would be, "Julia, Pritchard's coming." And at that moment, I could hear Julia running across the floor upstairs to try to head me off. Julia was totally disarming. She would smile and say something that would be totally unexpected, something that would always confuse me and make me laugh a great deal. And usually by that time, I wasn't nearly as angry as I was supposed to be when I was trying to tame the crowd. As I commiserated with many of you who knew Julia so well over our loss, the reoccurring theme seemed to always be one thing: how she would seek out those in debate who were the fledgling debaters and encourage them. How it was that at tournaments where friends of hers wouldn't clear, that she would always make them feel good, both about themselves and about the debate activity. Julia loved debate, and she loved her friends. If only she were here today, I would guess probably that in a few moments we would be expecting her to come up and receive a speaker award. But for all of us that knew her, the one certainty would be this, that if she wasn't winning speaker awards, no one in the audience would be more supportive and more genuinely happy for her friends winning those awards than Julia Burke.